Om Shanti, a very good morning from Aberdeen Hindu Temple in Stonywood. Today is Sunday, the 9th of October. This is a meditation to find peace in these changing times because the world is in upheaval and we just have to get used to being the world being as it is. But as the world is in upheaval, we have to find that place of peace and anchor in ourselves, where we can be absolutely still, in self-control, have our own power and ability to have resilience and withstand whatever happens in the world out there, and not to be influenced by it whatsoever. And for that, we really need spirituality, because the world out there is the physical world, the world that we relate to as bodies, and the world of the elements, the physical world, where things happen that are out with our control, and where we need not to expect to find stability and safety in the world out there, which we can. It's not that there isn't, and we can create a place of safety, a place of happiness, which is wonderful, and that is what we all want to do. However, underpinning all of that is our own stability, our own peace, our own happiness. And that cannot depend on the things around us, because there's structures, situations, world happenings around us are a little bit crumbling at the moment. There are moments where they seem to get more stable and get more in control, and then other times they're out with our control. And so the control has to come from inside. So we have to have a self-ruling, a self-controlling power. We have to become the self-sovereigns. And what does it mean to become a self-sovereign? A self-sovereign is really to be stable on what we call the immortal throne, which means my place of awareness, my seat of awareness. And we imagine the soul to be seated in the center of the forehead, the place where you place the tilak. That is the place of the third eye, where we are seated as the soul, in the awareness of the soul, in the consciousness of the soul. And so let me go into that space and be completely in self-sovereignty, which means that I am my own ruler, my own king, my own queen. I am not perturbed by anything, and I have the ability to make the right decisions without having to use other people or other opinions to affect my opinion. And it's not just opinion, but self-awareness. So becoming aware of myself, the soul, having self-sovereignty over the soul. And that means that I have sovereignty sovereignty over my thoughts, my mind, my feelings, my emotions, but also over my intellect, my way of thinking, so I can control that, and my body, my physical awareness. And as is the soul, so becomes the body. So if I experience happiness in myself, then my body will work very well. Everything will flow easily. If I'm not affected by whatever happens around me, I will be in control of myself. I will be able to respond to situations with peace, with tranquility, with self sovereignty. I will give that experience of um, being royal, a ruler. And I had, when I was thinking about this morning, I had a very beautiful memory of one of our daddies, our senior sisters, called Daddy Prakashmani, Jewel of Light. And I remember her in an early morning situation where I just turned around and saw her, and she was sitting there quietly, peacefully. But she had such an expression of sovereignty, of royalty, um, so special, so above everything, and she was not doing anything. So it means that whatever was going on inside was of such an elevated power, such an elevated um, quality. So my thoughts have to be, I have to choose the thoughts I want to have. And the thoughts that I have, they have to be of the highest quality that I can actually produce. So they should not be affected by criticism or conflict, um, by jealousy, by hatred, by anger, by ego, by any of those things, by lust for food, lust for bodies, lust for money or anything like that. Because these things will actually rule me. Whereas I have to be so detached and loving, so connected with my true self and connected with the Supreme, that nothing can actually rule me. But I am the one who decides what thoughts to have, when to have. And when I have a thought, it isn't that it will take me half an hour to actually materialize that, but I can have the thought and instantly that is what happens inside myself. So I rule that I want to, I don't know, you know, be of benefit of it in a situation, and it doesn't take me some time to overcome my inner anger or this dissent or um, negativity before I can be loving, before I can be beneficial to the situation. It means that when I wake in the morning, I need to make a plan of what is it that I want to apply in the day that I'm going to go. So, what newness can I bring into my day? What specialty? What sort of awareness do I want to practice? Because again, we need to practice again and then again and again. That's what we want to express. Because when we have something in our minds that we want to express, something that we want to interact, or the quality of interaction that we want to have to, then we have to practice being on that stage, on that immortal throne, in that awareness. And therefore, it doesn't happen in the body. It's not that the body decides to do something and then it happens. No, it is the soul, the spiritual being, the being of light, that the eternal light that we all are, the life force that we are, that actually decides what and what not to bring into my life. And then to practically do that. Now, to practically do that through our bodies. by using my voice, my eyes, my face, my body. I have to practice it. And so just by practicing and enacting it again and again, so for example, I want to be tolerant. It might not come easy to me to be tolerant because there are situations that are just annoying me very much. And whatever is annoying me, and I have a focus on it, will continue to come in front of me because now my awareness is higher, my consciousness is awakened. So I will then see things. It's not that they didn't happen before, they were happening just the same before, but now I'm consciously aware and therefore I see things. But that is the battlefield, and that is the opportunity to actually apply whatever I want to apply. And so whenever I feel that I have not succeeded in whatever I wanted to succeed, that is okay, because it means that my awareness has been awakened, that I actually am aware of what's happening, and therefore I actually can apply it again at a later stage. It is through practice we just become perfect in a way, and therefore we have to apply it again and again. And so when I have self sovereignty, which means that I have controlling power over my own feelings, emotions, my own vices, and self ruling power, so that I actually apply whatever I decide to apply, and keep on practicing throughout my day, the more I do that and more awareness I have, the easier it becomes, and the more I become successful in whatever I have to do. And then the other point was really, if not now, then never. I have to pay attention to every minute of my life, to every aspect of my life, and not waste any time, not waste any relationships, not waste any opportunities, because who knows, they might not come back to me. I might not have at a later stage the same opportunity to actually succeed in that situation, in that relationship. And so it means that I have to be very aware of everything that is around me, not in a controlling way, not in an we have to be an observer, but I'm not controlling the situation, but I increase my awareness. So it's a very gentle, very cool, very soft way of being, that I actually connect with that inner framework that I am, with that light, with that subtle being that I am, and I will always be, because we understand that as souls we are on a spiritual journey. It is going, my soul is going through this journey, through this life, in this body, but my soul has been around for much longer. That's why I have an array of characteristics and personality traits that are not just learned from this life, but from many, many other lives beforehand. And so I'm here in a school, I'm here on a ground where I actually express and learn. And I also I create my own future through the actions that I take today. So I need to go into that self-sovereignty, into that awareness of who am I at this time, and apply whatever newness I want to bring into my day. And again, to be successful in any part of life, I have to have discipline and structure. And only then can I say that I'm likely to succeed and to achieve whatever I wish to achieve. Yeah. So also in meditation, I need to make time for it. And the time, it is best if it is a certain time that I apply every day. And I actually create a routine, a habit. And through that routine, through that habit, I will be able to succeed because it will support me. So again, my awareness, how I live my life, how I express myself is very important because it determines eventually who I am and what imprint I leave, not just on my life, but in the world around me, in the people around me. I have to become the example. And so when I remember back Dadi Prakashmani, she was an example. She was a ruler. She was beautiful. And so each one of us also wants to become beautiful. So let us go into the awareness of I, the soul. So I invite you to sit comfortably, if you can, with your feet on the floor, or if you sit cross-legged. Just really sit straight without straining yourself, but comfortable. Calm your mind with your breaths by breathing deeply and fully. When you have had the breath in, just stop for a second and then let go. Breathe out completely and then stop for another second before you start taking the next breath. And the slower you breathe in and out, the slower your thinking processes, your thoughts in your mind are. You want to slow your thoughts down to the point that there are pauses between your thoughts, and step into that space between your thoughts. Become aware of you being a soul, a being of light that is eternal, that is traveling, journeying through time, at present in this body, in this location, in this life situation, and that this is the playing field for the soul. See situations that maybe have happened in your life. They may have been good, bad, difficult, horrendous, wonderful. And see them and appreciate them as your life, your experience, your background. Come into the awareness of I, the soul, the being of light, and step into the now. Step into this moment in time. And just feel the absence of thoughts and the vast space of silence that is inside. And from this vast space of silence, See yourself as a soul with the light of the soul just radiating in all directions, connecting with the world beyond the physical world and the Supreme Soul, the Source, the benefactor, the ocean of love, the ocean of peace, of wisdom, of happiness, of safety and goodness, of purity and lightness. And allow this lightness, this happiness, this wisdom, this love and peace just bathe over you. And as it bathes over you, it washes away any darkness, any concern, any worry, any frustration, any weakness, and leaves you radiant, powerful, peaceful, loving, strong and courageous, full of light, full of that energy of love and peace, able to tolerate, to discern, to accommodate, to judge, to face, to back up, to cooperate with others, and to accept others, to work together towards creating a world of goodness, a world of cooperation and unity, a world where there is no negative intention and where there is no sorrow, but only happiness. A world where our thoughts are connected with the divine, and that power works through us, works through our eyes, our face, our words, our intentions, and the awareness that we give. Let me see beyond any negativity, beyond any happenings in history of this time. They reflect the despair and anger and frustration, the ego and lust for power that there may be. And let me see that need for love in those people, those souls. And whatever they are, whoever they are, let me send them good wishes and peace, love, recognizing their eternity, recognizing the goodness that may be in their soul, and allowing that to flourish, showing them the way towards the light, towards divinity, towards self-realization and self-serenity. Let them experience lightness and not the pain of negativity and the heaviness they may be feeling, but uplift them and give them hope. Become like a lighthouse, sending your good wishes and pure feelings into the world. in the silence, in that space between your thoughts, in that space of awareness, you can find the Supreme, you can connect with the Divine. You can express the gentleness and subtleness of the soul, that fullness and being, that feeling of unlimitedness. Which is most needed at this time when there's division and fear and worry. But be the magnet that attracts truth. Be the one who radiates beauty and love, peace, unity, connection, recognition, respect, and tolerance. Connect with the divine beyond this world, whatever way you perceive that divine to be. For me, it's a point of light, of infinite light, in a world of golden red light. A form that doesn't take a body, but is ever and eternally connected to us and supporting us during these difficult times. And as the divine shines light on each one of us, as if we are sitting under a waterfall of light, of soothing, warm, gentle light, removing all the darkness and all the fears, concerns, conflicts, just allowing us to stand above the difficulties experienced in life, leaving us refreshed, full of light, full of love, only able to give. And at the same time, as my soul is reformed, my life is reformed. As I am deep inside, so the world around me. Because I am the creator with every thought that I have, every action that I take. And so in that awareness, I choose my thoughts, my actions, the traffic of my mind. And I choose that which will benefit not just me, but the world around me. Because as I start the cleansing inside, the world around me is cleansed. And those areas of life where there's difficulty, where there's strain, slowly, slowly, patiently, I see how they melt away. And how that awakened soul creates an atmosphere of light and peace that is prosperous and brings health and well-being, where there is only happiness and in that connection with the supreme bliss. So choose today what thoughts you want to put into practice. It can only be one thought, that will be enough. And if you have many, then make a list, and each day of the week just practice one and apply it and become it. And feel how your soul, the light of the soul, is ignited and becomes more and more powerful. Because when connected with that positive energy, that soul expands and the light reaches far. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Have a very good week.